Hey, thanks for coming and hanging out. I'm an Oldguy Gaming. And if you want to see this 50-year-old dude take on the hardest settings that 7 Days to Die has to offer, make sure you stick around and watch the whole video so you know how it turns out. Make sure you hit that subscribe button, tap that bell so you don't miss out on any Oldguy Gaming action. And if you've already subscribed, you, my friend, are awesome sauce.
Hey everybody, welcome to 7 Days to Die with insane difficulty and zombies always run. I'm an Oldguy Gaming, and this is going to be kind of a short-ish video. Basically what I'm going to do is just kind of give you an update on what I've been working on. Almost exclusively, I can't talk exclusively, been doing building stuff. So I just kind of want to show you that and update you on the progress of the building. We do have a drop that we can go get as well, but like I said, this is going to be a pretty short episode. I just wanted to get something out since I got back from my trip to let you know that I'm still at it, still going strong, and show you what's coming up. I did mention too, I believe earlier, that I'm going to be doing a lot more streaming too, so I'll be looking for that, but I'll continue the YouTube videos as well. So let's take a look at where we're at. The last video I did, we did some work here in the forge house, and we did some interior decorating, put in these stoves, the cabinets, that kind of stuff. And since then, I've done a stream where I did a lot of repairing, actually, because we had to do Horde Night here. Oh, no, actually, you know what? I guess the last episode we did was the Horde Night. So if you guys have been following along, you've already seen that. And so the next day after that, I did a stream where we basically repaired everything. And then since then, I've been doing more work on the building project here. So I basically have the interior wall 3 blocks high now, all the way around with the concrete. And I'm going to start working here very quickly on trying to get at least 2 blocks on the outer wall, because what's happening is the zombies are, they're still coming in. I'm getting running hordes, I'm getting screamer hordes, and, sometimes they actually attack the outer wall instead of the inner wall, depending upon, what direction they're coming from. And so I'm constantly having to go down there, kill them off, fill the dirt back in, and so on and so forth. So I need to get going on that outer wall as well. But I got a little bit tired of laying rebar. There's a dude down there. And so I decided to try something a little different. And finish getting that guy out of our misery here. And started working on leveling this off. And so I'm kind of doing this a couple of different ways. This ground here can be dug up, and so basically I was just taking my auger and going along and shaving off the top here, like so. Alright, so that works really fast. But the thing I have to do is I have to kind of be careful that I don't nick the ground underneath it and damage it, because then I have to come back along later and repair it. If I don't do that, then when I try and set a block on it, sometimes it'll actually break the block. And that could be, actually an actual issue for us when it comes time to start building. So we do need to make sure that the ground is repaired, like that spot right there. And I nicked it here a little bit too. But definitely much faster using the auger on this thicker ground. Did I just get the cold? Yeah. On the thicker ground, than doing the blocks. But when the ground starts to get to the point where it starts to go down to the next block, then I have to lay the wood blocks down to get that part leveled out. So that's kind of what I'm doing here. And this whole land is kind of, it's all just gradually coming up, to a point. And so in most cases along the edge, it's pretty thin, and then as I get closer to the center, it gets thicker. So yeah, so just been working on getting that leveled out, shaved off. And then, you know, the ultimate plan, of course, is to landscape this. And so we'll be putting in some lawn. I haven't decided if I'm going to use, I have about 3 options for that. I can either use this forest ground texture here, or I can use grassy ground texture. And I've put a couple of grassy ground blocks in over here, I think it was. I've made some more, though. Yeah, it's probably going to be hard for us to see that. But the grassy ground is, you know, kind of the texture that you'll see in the hardwood forests. So that's this biome here, this lighter colored biome. Or we could do sod. And sod, I don't know, the thing about sod, though, is that it has, when you lay a bunch of it down, it has this kind of black line running through it. So I'm not really sure I like that idea. But we'll see. We'll kind of do some experimenting and see, you know, what's going to work out. But anyway, eventually all of this top layer of dirt, clay, etc. is going to get shaved off so that everything is basically level, just like this spot right here is all the way across for the whole thing. And then once that's done, the next priority is that I'm going to start getting the garden going, which I'm going to plant kind of in the back area. So I'm probably going to have some pretty long rows, you know, going either this direction or maybe this direction. I haven't decided. And we're gonna plant a huge garden, so we get lots and lots of produce going. So that's kind of where we're at with the building. Let's see, what else can we do? Let's go get that drop, and then we'll go from there. So we'll head over here to our little bridge. Excuse me. Looks like we have, is it a running horde or a screamer horde? Must have just been a screamer, yep. Okay. Shotgun turrets took care of her. So let's drop off some stuff here. That all goes in there. I guess everything else goes down below. I need to make some more 9mm rounds because I've just been shooting the crap out of these zombies. And, but as usual, I'm short on brass. Always, always, always short on brass. Never fails. Oh, and here I got wood log spikes cooking up for around the perimeter of the large moat. Here I've got a bunch of grassy ground forest, or I'm sorry, grassy ground being made. But let's stop that for a second, and we'll grab some gunpowder and some bullets, and we'll get some 9mm rounds cooking up. And then we'll resume the grassy ground in that workbench. So it's good to be back from my trip. I was in New York, in Lake Placid, New York, to be precise, for a week on business. And, you know, it kind of sucked to have to be working that whole time, but one of the cool things was it snowed a lot, so it's really neat up there. You know, very wintry, Christmassy, holiday, kind of gotten a little bit in the holiday spirit, which is always good. But now we're back, and I will be back, you know, to the normal schedule. Speaking of which, by the way, I am going to try and come up with an actual schedule for streaming in particular, and for making videos and so forth. I haven't quite decided exactly what that schedule is going to be, but I am working on it. And once I have that in place, I'll be announcing it and posting it up on my Twitter channel. Or sorry, yeah, well, my Twitter channel and my Twitch channel. I always get Twitter and Twitch mixed up. So I'll look for that to come up. But I am back for the month of December, but right after Christmas, 2 days after Christmas, then I have to leave for California for about 2 weeks on business again, and then I'll pretty much be offline again for 2 weeks at that point. So that's just a little update on what's going on with me. Oh, I did. I finally got my new 1080 video card too. So I have this game cranked up to the maximum settings that it can be on. And what I want to do is let's take a look at those for a second. Yeah, so basically everything's on high, full, you know, whatever the max settings it can be. Grass distance is far. Now I don't have motion blur on or depth of field because I don't really like those effects in this game. I mean, we could try depth of field, but let's see what it looks like. It just, you know, it's just not really very realistic is the thing. So now, you know, now we're kind of looking around, and I don't know, it's not, it doesn't seem to be very consistent either. Can't even really hardly tell that much now that I'm looking at it. But anyway, we'll set it back. But other than depth of field and motion blur, which gives me a headache, everything else is set pretty much to the max. Well, I guess I don't have shadow distance on, but you know what? Let's leave that on near anyway, because I don't really care about that so much. But what I want to do is I want to do a horde night, right, and see, you know, how the current blood moon count, which is 48, does frame rate wise, and then from there, you know, if it runs relatively smooth, then we'll go ahead and crank it up. So what were we doing? Okay, we're actually going to go after the drop, so let's go do that. Oh, another thing I've done, I'll show you, is I kind of made a little pathway corridor kind of thing using trees. And so if you look off to my left here, you'll see there's kind of a straight row of trees, and that's kind of like my pathway through the woods, and everything next to these trees is all clear. So, you know, there's no stumps or anything I'm going to run into all the way to the bridge. I might eventually actually put in a quote-unquote road there, maybe pave it with gravel sort of thing, but we'll see how that goes. Lots of things I could do. It's just a matter of, you know, do we have time? Do we want to do it? That sort of thing. So fortunately, this drop is very close to the shore. I don't have to go too far out to get it. Let's get the bike backed around. And then we'll check this thing out. Yeah, it's right there. Not bad at all. I've had worse. Alright, I'll take that stuff. Something to upgrade our sniper rifle even further. A little bit. It'll give us a couple more points. We're already into the purple on that, though, which is awesome. Working on getting our... Oh, I know what else we could do. I have enough parts to put together a 44 magnum, so let's do that, too. But anyway, I'm working on getting my AK... Whoa! Oh, that scared me. Okay, I thought that was a hole there. Getting my AK-47 and my submachine gun upgraded, too. I think those are in high green, maybe low blue at this point. We'll take a look at those. Got all these forges cranking, of course. These guys are doing clay right now, so I'm replenishing the clay in them. And they all have a ton of iron, so almost 20,000 iron in that one. This one has 18,000. So actually, I think I'm going to go ahead and get them started again on forged steel, because we're going to use a lot of forged steel when we upgrade all the spikes we're going to put around the perimeter of the large moat. This, though, I want to do... I think I want to do more rebar. 5,000 rebar. Okay, well, we'll probably end up using it. So I only have this stack left and this stack. Do I have anything in here? Oh, no, I guess I have a bunch of rebar in here, too. Well, I'll tell you what, then. Let's do this. Let's make... What was that, 5,000? Let's make 1,000 for now. And then we'll kind of have to just monitor that. Alright, so we were going to put together our first 44 Magnum. Oh, you know what? I guess I do have a purple AK. And my submachine gun's blue, a little over halfway through blue. Okay. Yeah, okay, I guess I remember doing that, but what I don't have is a surplus of ammo, so... And see, brass is always the choke point on that in this game. And I'm not sure, you know, because I'm playing vanilla, there's no way to get brass other than looting. Maybe I'm just going to have to go loot like crazy and, you know, get brass, as much brass as I can. That's probably what I'm going to have to do. Anyway, let's see. Let's take these apart. Neither one of these guns have real amazing parts on them. But they'll get us started. And you know, the other thing too is that I don't have a lot of repair kits. These are the only repair kits that I currently have. Just because, you know, I'm short on oil, which is the other thing, you know, we're always short on. So I don't think I'm going to repair these. I'm just going to combine. And there's really only two parts I can combine anyway. And then let's put this back together now. Like so, and that gives us almost a green Magnum. And we'll go ahead and repair this one, because that should only take one repair kit. Maybe it took two. Okay, well, there we go. Our first 44 Magnum. Cool. But I don't have any bullets for it. Or do I? Do I have bullets for this? No, not here. Okay. So we won't be using that immediately, but it's there for when the time comes. And again, because my sniper rifle is now purple, I don't think I'm going to do a separate repair on just the barrel. We'll just combine these. So that's 568. That gives us to 586. Okay, so that gave us almost 20 points on that. That's not too bad. Before too long, we'll probably have a perfect sniper rifle. So keep that up. 542. Excellent. All right, and let's see. We'll put the beaker in here. Excuse me. Thought I had more beakers than that. For sure I had more beakers. Oh, I do. They're in there. In the pots and pans. Alright, well, I guess it could go in either one of them. I'm saving these because I can use them to make more chem benches. Which I'm sure I will do eventually. I don't really need to right now, though. Okay, so, where does that leave us? Let's have some meat stew. And we'll top off our what's it called? Hydration. Excellent. All right, guys. Well, I think we'll go ahead and leave off here. Like I said, this was going to be just a pretty short episode. Mostly updating you on what's going to happen. My plan is I should be streaming War of the Walkers tomorrow night. Thursday, of course, I'm not doing anything because I have my band on Thursday night. And then maybe Friday night, I'll do a stream. If I don't do a stream on Friday night, I will definitely do one Saturday morning. And just keep working on this. So if you're interested in seeing, you know, the building stuff, and feel free to join me on the stream. Be glad to have you. And if not, then I will see you guys in the next video, which should come out in a few more days from now. We do have another Horde Night coming up in a couple of days. Day 70 will be Horde Night. And haven't decided exactly what's going to happen for that yet, but we'll figure something out. We always do. And I guess that's about it. So thanks for coming and hanging out with me. And if you liked the video, please leave a like. And if you haven't already done so, consider subscribing to the channel. And I'll see you guys all in the next episode. Take care.